What is up, everybody? Oh, I'm just all twisted. I feel like an old man. Jeez, goodness gracious, why can't I get myself together? All right, today we're gonna be unboxing something you've probably seen 50,000 times, but I need the tax write-off, so I'm gonna be doing this again. All right, this is a PS5. One thing that's interesting about this PS5, I had two of them, and I made another video before talking about the differences between the boxes. I didn't open them up, obviously, because I wanted to sell that other one. Now, I bought two. I paid $4.99 for one, which was this one, and I bought this from GameStop, I believe. No, I got this directly from Sony. And then I got a bundle from GameStop that came with, hold on. They came with the system, and oh no, not this game. I just got that game. It came with Spiderman Ultimate Edition, which retails for $70. It came with the Avengers, which also retails for I think like $40, but you can find it cheaper. I think I saw this in Target yesterday for $25. It came with Hitman 3, which retails for $70, but of course you can buy this used, somewhere else. And it came with another controller, which retails $60 or $70. Now, when you add all that up, it's like $100 and whatever dollars, right? So the bundle deal cost me shipped with after tax and all that $788. And after I did the math yesterday when I was in Target, I'm like, oh, they kind of got me because I ain't get nothing free. Like I just paid retail price for everything when you factor it all in. So, oh well. But I was able to sell that other PS5 for I think $850, and so that got me these things for free, pretty much after the fees and me shipping and all that. Got me those things for free, and I just paid $500 for this. Now, with that said, I'm not a big advocate of like flipping consoles and stuff like that, but I will get enough so that my console purchase could at least be free. I had the opportunity to buy two more of these, or at least another Xbox, so that I could make this free, and then I would stop. But I just left it alone. So anyway, let's get into it. Now, before I cut this open, I wanted to repeat something I found. This came from Sony, and it came with a silver Sony sticker here, and the one from GameStop did not have this. And of course, the packaging had slightly different hues of blue and all of that. And you're going to find that because it's different people packaging this stuff, different machines, different printers, having it all at different times. Doesn't mean you got something fake or whatever. Goodness gracious, people. Now, I don't know what's up with the silver sticker though. I don't know if this is because it's a newer build or what have you, but some of the earlier ones were having issues. I decided to keep this one because I got the one, I figured like the one from GameStop might have been older stock. But let's go ahead and open this up real quick. I did get this game that just came out. You can't even see what it is, but It Takes Two. It looks like it's fun. That was really loud. My wife said she would want to play, but that means we'll probably never play this. And I'm probably have to find somebody online to play with me. But that's all good. Let's go and open this up. Ooh, it's used now. No turning back. Oh, that's interesting. I expected this flap to flap over, but it doesn't. It's all connected. But it's perforated, so I could cut this. Now I open up all my stuff very gently because in my world, everything's for sale. Right price, I sell it. Now, inside of that box or that packaging, you got a white box here. Let's pull this tab back. And it gives you instructions. It says to lift it up at an angle and then tilt it and lay it down so you don't break it like a beast. Alright, here's a little part to stick your finger in. Pull it. Oh, okay. That was unexpected. It said to just pull this out. I guess you pull the tab. There you go. You pull the tab. And therein, that's how I want you to do it. But I'm going to do it like this so we can see what's in this. You have your controller, which I've been really, really interested in seeing. This feels so much better, Sony. It feels like Xbox. Xbox has some of the best controllers. I'll say this. Oh, knock stuff over. The grips here are a little more narrow than the Xbox, and I like that. I would really love this controller if it were black. I have a strong feeling that this white controller will probably get nasty, but maybe it won't, because I had a white controller for the Xbox One S, and that stayed clean, but I didn't play that much. So, it feels really good. It feels, this is a little too low. This is lower. The more natural setting is like right here for it. Or just up here is more natural. So Xbox has them there. I guess, I don't know why Sony didn't want to do that. Yes, this looks more symmetrical, but it's not all that ergonomical. It's not that friendly. So the natural position, you would want the joystick here. And this is probably the reason why I don't play PlayStation like that. I had a PS4, now I have the PS5, and I haven't touched that PS4 since 2018, and before that I hadn't touched it since 2016. So, and that was the only reason I touched it then, was because I got the PSVR, which again, I bought that Thanksgiving, 2017? And I used it in 2018, or I got it 2018, I used it for a moment, and then that was it. It's just been in a box. But yeah, I don't really like that. Now let's look at the port. Obviously it's nicer there. Has that jack for the headset. I'm going to go ahead and test that Runmus K8 out. You got your PlayStation button that you can push. The mute button. I think this is on. What is this? Oh, I pushed it and it lit up. You see that? So it has some power. And that's another thing I don't like about Sony. I don't like that you can't replace the batteries, that this has to just be charged up. So there's two problems with that, because that means that the controller can die and you have to buy another one when the battery finally goes out. You gotta get another controller, which I think that was probably by design, obviously by Sony, to milk you for money. And then also, I gotta plug this thing up. You know, like with the Xbox, I bought some unlooped rechargeable batteries, and then when it says, hey, your battery controller is getting low, I pause the game, turn off the controller, pop those back into the charger, then pull the other some fully charged ones out, pop them in there, and I'm back in the business. This, you gotta keep it plugged up, and what if the system is too far away, and you gotta have this long plug? I don't like it. I just don't like it. So let's put that back in there. I'm just selling myself on selling this thing, but I'm not gonna do that. But I hate the controllers. Let's move on. What else is in here? You have your power cord, and you have your manual there. And underneath that manual is your HDMI cable. And whatever this must be the stand, because yes, I presume this is the stand. All right, and now on with the show. Let's close that up, lay it out, and I'm surprised this wasn't taped up. It was just wrapped up, not taped. That's strange. Usually it's taped up. This is the first time I've ever seen this, but you probably can't. Don't drop it. And here we are. You know, this ain't white. This is not white, y'all, and I like it. It's not white. This is huge. I mean, it's huge compared to the Xbox. Yo, look at this footprint. I mean, let me slide this table back. I felt like the Xbox was big. I'm trying to get a straight ahead view of this. This is, I mean, it's massive in comparison. Like, the phone is not really doing it justice. I come around here. Why? Why is it so big? I mean, if I come on this side, you can't see anything. You can't see that Xbox at all. At all. It's gone. But anyway, like I was saying, this thing it's huge, man. This thing's ridiculous. It's like it does like a piece of art though. It looks like artwork. It looks like a statue, which I do dig that. It's not white, it's gray. It's really, really light gray, and I like that. It looks white on camera, but it's gray. And you notice it, I mean, before I even finish unraveling, I could tell like, yo, this is not white. It's gray, and it matches your decor a little bit better because it's that, you know, it's a neutral color. But, I mean, if you have those walls, and California, it's kind of the thing. Most people are moving to these colors in their house, so it will look good. But I do feel like they should have had a different color for those of us that just like black. I mean, that matches the black screen when it's off. You know what I'm saying? And this footprint, man, this is a much better design. This is a much better design. I gotta wipe it off because it has these oil stains from when I was handling it and did my unboxing and the video and all of that. But once I wipe this down with like some Armor All, it's going to be nice and shiny and it won't have fingerprints anymore. And then that's that. But whew, that PlayStation is huge, y'all. I don't really like that. You know, I already know, like I said, I don't like the controls. But anyway, let's go over the ports. On the front, you have a USB and then a USB-C. So this is like obviously a 3.0 because of this little charging thing. And then you have the eject button. I'm sure that's the power button. And of course you have your disc. And on the rear, I mean, they look really good. I like the fans and the cooling and all that. This looks like a piece of art, man. It really does. If you had a white house, like it was those newer modern colors, this fits right in. I think it was poor thinking to assume that everyone has that, but then you have your 3.0 USBs in the back, Ethernet port, HDMI port, and the power. As we can see from the instructions, the PlayStation could be mounted two different ways. It could be mounted horizontally, and then it could be mounted vertically. And if you mount it vertically, you actually got to screw something in, which is interesting. You got to take this off and then put the base on there and then screw it in. Which seems like a lot to do, but if you want to mount it horizontally, you could do it this way. You just take this and you look at those little PlayStation markings there, and you line these up on each square at the end. And then that's it. And then you can lay it down. Let's go see what that looks like. That's how it looks. It looked funny. It looked funny. And it's big. I mean, you could look at it right there. Just that looks so small in comparison. I mean, I guess because it is. You can lay that down too, but you don't need any extra gadgetry. You just lay it down. I mean, the rectangular, that was a better design. Like I said, this looks like a work of art, but at the same time, ain't all that functional. So we're not gonna power anything up. I'll make it. I mean, you know, I'll do a video on comparing these two to each other. I'm going to get another game. I want to try to get a game that's made for the newer generation consoles and not one that's made for like the PS4. I was going to do Grand Theft Auto, But that game was like new for the PS4 and the Xbox, One. So that game is like 7 years old. Of course, these can play that. Trying to find something that's new, that's on both consoles, to get on both consoles and compare the two to one another. But I will say, just off the break, like I thoroughly enjoy this setup. Like I said, it's more natural to use this joystick and have it in the upper position like this, as opposed to reaching down. This is not a natural movement for your hand. We don't use these that often, so we could just come down here and do that real quick and go back. That's better for your overall hand health. So it don't look good. It don't look as good as the PlayStation, but I mean it's more functional. So I'll probably still play the Xbox more, but I would like to see how far PlayStation has come in terms of being a multimedia device. Uh, the Xbox kind of beat it to it, so I'm kind of stuck on that. But we'll see how this works. And I will come back with an update on how I just feel about the console overall. But for now, that's it for the unboxing. Thank you for watching. Maybe I, put you on to something new. If not, I'm sorry to have wasted your time. But like I said, I needed the tax write-off. Thank you, and I'll see you guys next time. Real quick, I wanted to bring this up. I just kind of thought about it because I'm about to go ahead and plug everything up. And I'm like, wait a minute, how do I charge this controller? It didn't come with a cord. But back here, tucked away, was the cord. So USB-C to, this is very surprising. Wow. I thought it'd be USB-C to USB-C, but I mean, this cord is a little harder to find. USB to USB-C. That was a strange thing to do. Interesting. Okay. Well, all right. Yeah, all right. Okay. Well, that was a decision. You know what else was a decision? You can't play PS3 games on the PS5. And I still have some PS3 games that I like a lot, like Infamous and Uncharted. And I like those games, and you can't play them. That's really, you can't even like download them and play them. There's no way to play them. And that's really crazy because on the Xbox Series X and Series S, you can still play Xbox 360 games. I still do. Like sometimes I still play Burnout Paradise. So come on, Sony, what y'all doing? Like I don't see why these was the same price. But anyway, I'm gonna dig deeper into the console. Sony does have some good games. Like I said, I like the Uncharted series. I like the Infamous series. Spider-Man, I hear, is very good, and that was only on PlayStation. So anyway, I'll play those games and I'll come back and I'll compare it and do all that. Blah 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 blah. Bye. Okay, hopefully it's the last surprise. Okay, so you gotta remember I told you gotta screw this to the base of the console. So I'm like, okay, where's the screw? I'm going through the whole box. Pulled out the instructions and saw it's in this little door here, but it wasn't all that obvious how to open it up. It's simple. You just have to grab this and you see there's a little line here and you turn it. See, this thing spins. You turn it and you turn it, and there's the screw. All right. Lord Jesus, this has to be it. Okay. I mean, goodness, you need a whole YouTube video just to learn how to put the thing together. All right. This thing. Okay, first of all, in order to attach this to this thing, right, like I said, you got to find the screw. Okay, you got to play hide and seek with the screw. The screw is inside of there. Okay, you got to open up this door, twisting this around. But you see this? You want this thing to be lined up with that. So turn it all the way, pow, until it clicks in place. I really want some coffee. Until it clicks in place. And then, this is the back of the thing. All right, this is the back of the machine. Look at the P up there, Sony, and then all your ports is on the back. Then you want to take this hook and pretend like that's going to actually slide into something. But it's not, all right, because you let it go, it's just going to fall, okay? But you do that. Now see why you need the screw. You do that, it's going to fall, okay? So you want to lay it on a blanket or something, pull it kind of close to the edge, and don't let go. All right, so you're going to put that on there. You're going to hold it, balance it in place. You're going to take this screw here. You're going to stick it in there. turn a little bit so it don't fall out. You're gonna take a screwdriver. I thought it was gonna be a little small one. I was gonna need a small screwdriver, but you need a regular size screwdriver. It'll work perfect. At least they thought that through. And there you go. Twist it in. And now you can plug it up.